Ano yan? Switzerland yan. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, Philippines, and good morning, good evening po, world. It's another wonderful Sunday afternoon, and we are on the last Sunday of the month of August. Ayan. 2 days. Ayan. Nag-feedback po siya. Ayan. Okay. So, dalawang araw na lang po. 2 days more to go. And it's gonna be per month. So, ang tinatawag nating Christmas months na po. No? So, advance Merry Christmas sa lahat. Okay. And today, my dear friends, we have a very special guest. And as we have been mentioning before, we would still be talking on the topic parents who have kids that are or who have kids na may mga special needs. No? So if you have friends or relatives, okay, who are in this boat, no, uh, who have kids na may special needs, okay, uh invite them to come and join us or log in or watch us, no, send the link sa kanila para they could also share with us sa experiences nila, no? And okay, and what do you call this, if you want to know more, no, we would encourage you to come and participate, join us and participate by asking questions, sharing your opinions or your experiences on the topic parents who have kids with special needs. But of course, before we discuss our topic this afternoon, okay, let's start off first with our short meditation, and I would like to share our passage for this afternoon. Ayan. Nakita nyo na po ang ating beautiful guest. Ayan. Okay. Our passage for this afternoon is found in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. Okay. Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, which says, Then the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to cultivate and keep it. This is the word of the Lord. My dear friends, you might be asking, okay, or if I may ask, do you know the reason why you are there? Do you know the reason why you are there? Okay. Well, basically, my dear friends, we as people, okay, or basically as Christians, we are considered to be the salt and the light of the world. We are always in the right position at the right time because God wants us to be the salt and the light of the world. But the question, my dear friends, is that many of us are having a hard time, no? Many of us are having a hard time realizing and their identifying their purpose in life. You know? Many of us would always question the Lord, why? Why? Diba? But as the salt preserves flavor and the light shines amidst darkness to allow us to see things, God is also using us to do the same thing. Okay? God is basically most of the time pulling us out from our comfort zones, putting us in situations or in places that He can use us most. Well, maybe you would say, why me? Right? Why me or why this? Right? But if we would just listen, if we would just listen to what God is telling us amidst the situation, because God talks to us in different ways, right? So, like for example, we have been in this pandemic situation for more than a year already. So maybe the question again that I would pose is, have you heard or have you learned your lesson? Have you heard God talking to you? If not, then I think, my friend, it's about time that you focus a little bit. It's about time that you would stop for a while. No? Stop for a while and then talk to Him up there. No? Talk to Him up there and ask, what would you like me to do? What would your what are you trying to tell me? Okay? Because I am very sure that our situations is always a learning process. Okay? God would always talk to us if we would only listen to Him. Sometimes these situations might not be so beautiful or might not be so comfortable, no? But this is one way that God is teaching us and would like us to learn something that could also inspire other people. For the last two Sundays, except for last Sunday na hindi po tayo naka-live last Sunday because we were out and hindi po tayo naka-live because of some responsibilities that we cannot avoid, right? But we have been talking about parents who have kids na may mga special needs. Okay? We have heard two stories, di ba? Na at first yung isa, si Ma'am Buenafe, she has prayed for it very well. She has prayed so much for it. But despite of her prayers, she was given MM. And then two Sundays ago, we have Jofe. God gave him not just one, but two kids na may mga special needs. We have heard Jofe shared to us last time that there were times na depressed siya, na malungkot siya, that he would be giving up, right? But because of the family, because of friends, he was able to recover. He was able to sustain. And because of this experience, he was able also to discover that he can do so many things. Diba? He can do so many things. Si Ma'am Buenafe, we have learned a few Sundays ago that despite of what happened, she never lost faith. She never lost hope, but instead, she hanged on stronger. So this afternoon, my dear friends, this afternoon, we would have again another very young mother. I would say very young kasi if you would look at her, she would just look like mga mid-30s lang siya or early 30s. Okay? But I'm very sure wala pa siyang 40 eh. Wala pa siyang 40. I am I am 95% sure na she has not yet stepped on the 40s. But maybe I am wrong. Okay? Tumatawa po siya sa backstage. Okay? But yeah, um, she is a young mother who was also blessed, if I may say, blessed with a kid na may special need. Pero alamin po natin ngayong hapon if how did this young mother cope up with these things? How did this young mother overcome the difficulties of having a kid na may special needs? Kasi hindi po biro, di ba? Hindi po biro ang may ganito. Right? So hopefully you will join us and you will share to us your opinions, your insights, your question. Okay? Your question on our topic for today, parents with special needs. Okay? Now, without further ado, okay, I would like to introduce to you a very dear friend. Okay? Nakasama ko po ito sa seminary or sa chaplain's office when I was still at CPU way back during our younger years nung medyo makapal pa po yung buhok natin. Okay? So, that was the first time I met this lovely lady. Okay? And then, we developed a beautiful bond of friendship na nahulog sa parang magkapatid na rin po. Okay? We have worked a few years and now she is teaching at the College of Theology and she is also active in organizations of here in Iloilo with parents of kids with special needs. So anyway, my dear friends, I could talk more and more about her, but help me welcome Mary Grace Franco-Labis or Jho. Hi,
Hi
Jho.
everyone! Good
Afternoon.
afternoon. Hi, Manang Reelj. Good afternoon.
Ayan. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
It's an honor po.
Ours is the honor, okay? But let me start off with asking for an apology. Na supposedly po mga kaibigan, si Joe last Sunday pa po siya naka-schedule, no? But because yun nga po, may mga activities po tayo na hindi po pwedeng maiwasan. Kaya we're thankful that she is still available today to share with us her story, no? And to inspire us. But before we hear her story, kamustahin po muna natin. Okay? Oh, greeting po muna tayo, okay?
Sure.
Nasa starstruck ako sa beauty ni Jo ngayong hapon.
Sus.
Okay. Good afternoon kay Nestle, no? A dear friend also. Si Nestle ngayon nasa Manila, Cavite ata si Nestle ngayon. Okay, and then of course, a good friend si Ricky all the way in Africa. Ayan. So Jo, kamusta? How is life?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Hi to the listeners out there. And thank you for being with us this afternoon. I'd like to share with you. I am a mother of Matt. Matt is 9 years old already. No? My youngest son is 9 years old. So
Mhm.
you have a background of his condition at the moment. And I have two sons actually. My eldest is 12 years old already. But I'm speaking about Matt. Matt started to be diagnosed at I think mga 2 years old, 2 years old, yeah. And then we started to have an early intervention at the leap of faith. Started, I think he was 2 years and a half that then.
Mm.
So we started to have therapy, and then Matt is non-verbal at the moment, and he started to speak at 3 and a half, and then he is it's hard to stop now when he started speaking. It's really hard
Hindi
to
na
stop now.
mapigilan.
Hindi na mapigilan. So that's it.
Ayan. Okay, pero how are you doing right now? How is What keeps you busy nowadays?
Too busy. I mean, even pandemic is not present yet. I am too busy because my husband is on board every 2 months, and he came here 1 month for vacation and again go back to his work. And so
So
I did a
two
lot
months, two
of
months.
motherly works. So yeah, driver and everything, I think. So
Okay.
before I go to work, I just try to make sure that both of my sons are okay na ready na lahat. And
Mm,
then during this pandemic, it was really challenging because suddenly medyo mabilis yung change. So Matt has not been prepared for that. So Matt, the with son having autism, they are actually kailangan naka-routine lahat. But when the pandemic started, that suddenly na change ang routine. So
mm,
hindi siya na prepare, and everything changed. So right now, before we are enrolled at the IIS or Iloilo Integrated School.
mm,
Um, but now, because it is online, he doesn't want to be on screen. He doesn't want to look at the computer or whatsoever. So we prefer to have a modular class at Deep Ed. So
mm,
that helps a lot. So we're helping right now. So that
mm.
makes us busy at home.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, a lot of work for
Uh, it
to do.
it reminds me of the movie The Good Doctor, the Netflix, The Good Doctor. I don't know if you are familiar with that one. That's a
Yes,
story of a doctor na may autism. No?
yes.
Surgeon siya na may autism, and he is a very, very intelligent doctor. Although yun nga lang, may autism siya. But anyway, so I mean, with this kind of picture, this although this is a movie, but it would tell us that uh, the opportunities of these kids who has this special need in the line of autism, they have a wide range of capabilities, right?
Hmm.
Ilonggish
Yeah.
gate. Hello, GNG. Good afternoon. Welcome. This is the first time I saw GNG here in our discussion, but thank you very much, my dear friend. Okay. Hope you will enjoy us and share with us your opinion later on. Okay. Or if you have questions, feel free to join us. Okay. Now, Joe, if first question. Okay. Now, since
Yes.
your eldest child is normal, right? Okay. And 3 years ang agwat nilang dalawa.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Now, when you had the second kid, si Mac,
Matt.
mm, si
MATT.
Nestle,
Yeah.
si Nestle pala to eh. Si Nestle pala to eh.
So what
Ay,
did this
Nes.
says?
Oo. Si Nestle pala to, si GNG. Okay, well anyway. Ayan Nes, nakita mo na ang ganda ni ate mo Jo, ano? Walang kupas, andun pa rin yung dimples niya,
Apa?
oh. Andun pa rin yung dimples niya. Okay, now, did you expect or did you have an idea that your second son would have this case?
Actually, no. I have this question at first hand because
Mm,
let me share to you a background. Because coming here after my residency in the United States for a chaplaincy program, I was attending the church. Lahat halos ng mga churches there, they have that that ano ang tawag dito, yung community service for special needs. If my
Mhm.
department ng mga men, mayroon sila sa mga special needs. So that makes me very courageous enough to study SPED. And then right after ng SPED ko, natapos ko lang, and then I got pregnant with math. So
Mhm.
when Matt was kind of a delay, no, he was like, I was like questioning my mind. Saan ba to si Matt sa lahat ng mga special needs cases? So I was like trying to examine my own son. And then, but then there's a lot of denial within. No, hindi pwede, hindi pwede. So,
Mhm.
and then my husband, because my husband is a registered nurse too, so he said, I think maybe because he is fond of small things like circle, and
Mhm.
then he tried to arrange everything in color coordination and everything. So he said, maybe our son has autism. That is the reason why he is not speaking yet. Maybe sa mga 9 month old or mga 1 year old na si Matt. And then so we do try to, although we have that denial deep within, so we try to look for um, the advice of the
Sure.
doctor, yeah, of the
Mhm.
medical yung developmental pedia. So and the
Intervention.
Yeah, and the developmental pedia said after she examined Matt, she said, and she tried to explain, your son had autism. Parang wala, parang wala na kaming nagawa. You
Mhm.
know what? Parang all of the sudden, gusto mo nang umiyak. No, no, hindi pwede, hindi pwede. Bakit ako, Lord? Bakit kami? So this is like what you have shared a while ago with your reflection. Why me? Because I'm willing to help, and why me? So something like that. We are willing to help. But then later on, with that denial thing, although may denial siya, so kailangan mo pang harapin. So we tried to
Mhm.
face it. As a couple, we tried to face it, and it changed a lot. But acceptance doesn't happen in just one snap or in
Mhm.
just one day.
Correct.
It takes a lot of time for us, something like that.
Mga ilang taon kayo, Jo, how long did it take you to really accept that math as a special need?
Parang hindi ko siya totally masabi na mga 2 years or something like that. Kasi pag na-accept mo na siya,
Mhm.
tapos there is a situation na parang like you got embarrassed again, no? Yeah, you got embarrassed
Parang on
when,
and off. Parang on
yeah,
and
on and
off
off.
siya.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but the important, I think, we just realized the important is even denial is just happening at the moment. Pero kailangan talaga, you have to face it. You
Mhm.
you have to We have
To
to
embrace
face it.
it.
Yeah, embrace it.
You
Until
have to
such
embrace
time
it.
na, yeah, until such time na, ang isa pang pinaka uh, naka naka-help sa amin is that we involve in a group or a support group.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I think the support group helps us a lot, because in support group we can cry together, we can listen to each stories together, and then we started to hear from others who, you know, you have a
Mhm.
common experience, and
Yeah.
then you just realize na yung mga ginawa nila that could help us at the same time on how
Mhm.
to face it.
But like, of course, as you have said, you had this long journey of denial. Okay, but like, how old was Matt when you first decided to bring him out in the open?
Actually, math is I think with the help of the support group,
Mm.
I we didn't try to hide math, and all of math's like we submit for research, like for those
Mm,
who would like to do research. So we are open for that. Our family is open for that. And
mm,
whatever we have learned for math, actually, math's life is open for everybody, for
nice.
those who would
So
like
for
to
short,
know.
when he started like as early as 1 years old or earlier than that, you already brought math in the open. You
Yeah,
bring him. You try to expose him already in different activities in different crowds.
yeah.
Oh.
Although maraming yung
Mhm,
experience na
mhm.
embarrassment.
Okay. You don't need to answer this, but for sure you had the worst experience so far. But what was, of course, if you had the worst experience that you had, that you would say, I will never bring my kid again into the open. But was there also a time wherein you would say, I have no regrets of having this time, or having this kid, I mean.
Yeah, we have, siguro pwedeng i-share to. Kasi ito yung palaging ano yung that reminds me of what happened.
Mhm,
Si Matt kasi, yung hindi pa siya nakapagsalita, I don't know, because right now I just try to realize na ano, very appreciative siya sa mga girls. And he just touched the face of the women or girls. And one time, dinala namin siya sa ano, isang palaruan sa ano, SM City. And
mhm.
then there was a little girl there, and then Matt touches the face, something like this, like that. And the
Uh-huh.
mom of that girl got angry with Matt and shouted and using bad words to Matt and pointing her fingers towards Matt. And but I don't have that a kind of idea how to deal with it that time. So what I did, lumuhod pa ako sa ano sa harapan ng babae. And he just said, "Sorry for what my son did." Pero actually parang ginanon lang, yung parang
Uh-huh.
he touches the face of that little girl.
An
And then
amusement, maybe.
yeah, and then but the lady, the mother doesn't want to. And yung parang masakit na mga pananalita na yung sinabi niya kay Matt. And then Matt just like that. And so I told the lady, I told her that sorry, yung anak ko may special needs kasi to. And she just replied to me, "No, my daughter is more precious than your son." Something like. And hindi niya naintindihan 'to. Sige, excuse me, alis na lang kami. Pero she just, marami na siyang ano, yung masasakit na pananalita towards Matt. And
Uh-huh.
and and sabi ko, bakit lumuhod ako?" Anyway, so
Uh-huh.
parang ang lahat ng mga tao sa palibot namin they are
Center of
observing and
attraction na kaya.
watching us. So
Mm.
parang, and then I just realized that Matt is standing and he is not doing anything.
He
And so
froze.
na parang na froze siya. So ganon, I grabbed him and I said, "Excuse me. So if you don't understand, because hindi na siya ma-stop eh. So, ay, sana dapat daw hindi tinatouch yung precious face ng anak niya. So, parang ganun. But
Mhm,
that's the way of Matt, the way he appreciates beauty.
mhm.
So, kasi appreciative siya talaga sa mga
Mhm.
beauty. Ganun.
Okay. So now, like, with those things, with I'm sure you would also have a lot of experiences of those kind. So
Mm-mm.
after that experiences, how did you deal with those situations after
Actually,
learning? Yeah.
Yeah, actually parang natakot na ako na dalhin siya ulit sa SM for him to play with other children.
Mm.
But when I shared that to the support group into the therapist said, "No, I you have to don't stop bringing Matt to the mall because Matt needs it
Mm.
because he had this sensitivity of everything, the sensory. Masakit sa kanya yung loud voice. So alam niyo naman ako kasi ako 'di ba, Manong Reelj,
Good voice ka eh.
napaka-loud ko. Yeah, napaka-loud kasi kahit simple
Kapag
conversation
tumawa ka,
conversation pag tumawa ako parang
walang
so that
bukas.
yeah. So I think it's a learning experience for me that I need to adjust on. Something like that.
So meaning to say ngayon, if you have math with you, you cannot laugh as what you
Yeah,
used to have before.
uh,
Demure ka na
yeah,
ngayon.
hindi na masyado kasi he tried to adjust on it. Alam niya na, alam niya na.
Alam na niya. Yeah. Okay. So like with that experience and with those learnings, okay, what would you suggest now, or what would your advice be first sa mga viewers natin na walang kid or relative na may special need? You know, how should the community address it?
Yeah, I think right now um parang marami-rami na rin yung naka-encounter with children with special needs because we do have a lot of that cases in Iloilo City and even in Capiz. But for those who don't have the encounter with children with special needs, I think um, we need you guys. We need you to be part of the community who can accept our children because it's really hard for us parents if the community are not accepting our children, you know. Um, napakahirap. When we say it napakahirap, as in gradual to, gradual, napakahirap. Lalo na pag um, yung mga safety measures ng mga bata, lalo na they are if you bring your child with special needs to the open, they have their tendency na sisigaw sila, or like for an instance, pag nag-attend siya, si Matt, when he started to speak, pag nag-attend siya ng church, lahat ng yung nasa dulo ng sinabi ng pastor, sasabihin niya. Like, yeah. So, what we did in the university church, doon siya uupo. Kasi ayaw niya sa Sunday school. He just want to attend at the
Regular
yung
worship.
regular worship. So, he just at the back, and then yung mga tao na yung neighbor namin, yung nakaupo together with us, yun yung mga nakaintindi na sa kay Matt. Sa
Mm.
ganun. So I think
Okay.
we need the community who are open to
Mm.
accept sa mga bata kasi mas mahirap pag hindi sila accepting sa mga batang may special needs.
Na, speaking of community, and you mentioned several times na may support group, no? And I understand that you are an officer of the support group, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
so if we have friends out there who are here in Iloilo, okay, how can they contact the support group, or where can they find the support group?
Yeah, they can find it. For we have that support group for autism parents or autism family. We have that Iloilo chapter,
Mm.
and monthly we do gather even in this virtual style or ano ang tawag dito. So we gather together, and then we also have one lecture para sa mga newly diagnosed na mga children para in
Where will
order to
they
help
go?
parents. So they
Where
can
will they?
contact me or they can contact the ASP Iloilo or Autism Society Philippines Iloilo chapter.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
I-type natin yan. I-type natin yan para
yeah.
ma-post natin. Okay. So that would be
Autism Society
Autism Society.
Iloilo chapter to be
Uh,
acknowledged. Yes. So we are willing to help. Kasi gaya namin, I am willing to help sa mga newly diagnosed na mga
Iloilo.
ano, mga
Autism,
bata.
Autism Society Iloilo.
Yes, Autism Society Iloilo chapter.
I mean, like, do you have like a Facebook page
Yeah,
or
we do have Facebook page Iloilo chapter. I mean, Autism Society Philippines Iloilo
uh,
chapter.
uh, Iloilo, Iloilo Society? Sorry?
Autism Society Philippines Iloilo chapter.
Okay. Autism Society
Philippines.
Philippines Iloilo chapter.
Kasi yung
Okay.
maganda dito sa group na to, yeah, this is it. Maganda dito kasi marami ding mga doctors na may anak na may autism. Marami ding mga therapists na may anak din na may autism.
Mhm.
Marami ding mga lawyer na may mga anak na may autism. So, if you
Okay.
are part of this group, we are willing to help you. Yes,
Mhm.
we're willing to help you in your journey. Kasi sa amin ito yung nakatulong, yung the stage na medyo may denial and then acceptance, parang ganon. By listening to, by sharing our stories and listening from the stories of those who have gone from that
Mhm.
situation. Yung
Support
mga anak
system.
nila, or already, yung iba graduate na ng college, and yung iba hindi naman graduate ng college but they have business, something like
Mhm.
that. But how do they help their children?
Mhm.
Yun yung mga tinitingnan namin na side. So that is
Mhm.
why yung I am encouraging the listeners, if you know someone, no, yung mga merong newly diagnosed yung anak, at huwag kayong matakot pag na-diagnose yung anak. Hindi end of the world actually. You know what? I think before, nako, malaking bagay. Kasi
Mhm.
I am a kind of a person na I am willing to go anywhere. No, pag my lectures sa kung saan-saan, and then it stops
Mhm.
because I have to deal with my own son. I have to deal with my own family. So, kami lahat sa family, yung parents ko, yung husband ko, yung siblings ko, kahit mga yung lahat involved talaga sa case ni Matt.
Mhm.
So we attended the seminars and everything and support group, and that helps us a lot.
So right
That
now, Matt is 9 years old, right? So,
mm-mm.
um, what? How do you treat him? Do you treat him as a regular kid or what?
Yeah, this is what the therapist said. You treat him as a regular kid.
Mhm.
Kasi yung mahirap, meron yung mahirap na yung alam nila kasi they were very manipulative. Yung may autism, yeah,
Mhm.
they demands a lot. But if you treat them as normal, as a regular kid, they knew it. So, talagang very observant sila sa eyes mo, sa facial expression mo. in what you do. Pag stress ka, sila yung absorber.
Huh?
Pag nagkamali, yes, pag nagkamali ka sa pag wake up mo in the morning, like what you do in the morning is that you have to say, good morning with a smile. Yes. Pag hindi mo nasabi yan, nako, good luck sa'yo. Parang ganon. Yes, you really have to say it, good morning. Parang ganon. And then, sasagot siya na, good morning, mommy. Parang ganon. And it brightens the day. Pero pag gising mo, nakalimutan mo ng good morning, kalimutan mo yung smile, may somebody lang sa bahay na hindi nakasmile, good luck sa lahat sa inyo. Parang gano'n.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Oh my.
That
So
simple
was there
detail.
an experience? Was there an instance na nangyari yung ganon?
Yes. At may possibility na matapon yung pagkain,
Oh my
yung
God.
mga plates, parang
Uh-huh.
ganon.
So like so pag ganon, how do you deal with it?
So we just try to relax na lang. Try to relax even he is like a kind of a meltdown, parang nagtatantrums na. Relax na lang and try to say it good morning again. Ganun.
Rewind ka na lang. Okay.
Oh,
Pero
to
like,
start the day.
mhm. So like, kamusta naman sila ng dalawa ng kuya niya?
So sometimes
Was
yung kuya nakalimutan yung if especially if nung hindi pa pandemic, hindi pa online yung class. 'Di ba
uh-huh.
nagmamadali kayo lahat? Like when you
Uh-huh.
wake up in the morning, nagmamadali lahat. And then what happened? Nakalimutan ng kuya yung smile and good morning. So parang siya na yung pasigaw actually yung youngest ko si Matt parang inaano niya kasi parang mirror ko siya. Yung the way I like pasigaw-sigaw. Oh, ganito. Prepare the food. Oh, ready. Isa. Ganon siya. Parang siya na yung ano. Parang galit.
So siya na okay.
So,
But
yeah.
but is there any sibling rivalry? Because I'm sure that there would be times that you would give more attention kay Matt compared sa older brother, you know? So was there a
Yes,
time
we do
na
have.
there would be a rivalry or parang na-insecure yung kuya na palagi na lang si Matt, something like that? Was there an instance na gano'n?
Yes, exactly. That is one of our concern right now. Yung
Mm,
parang napahiya din si kuya sa yun ang ginawa ng brother, parang ganon.
mm.
And there was an instance that my eldest son, when he was, I think, in second grade, sabi niya, ng, baka nagkamali lang si Lord. Baka nagkamali lang si Lord. Ah, sa paggawa kay Matt, parang ganon. Kasi
Uh-huh.
hindi siya normal, parang ganon. And
Mm,
sometimes he was like, bakit palagi na lang mag-extend ng patience, parang ganon.
mm,
For him. So, we try to explain on him. Kasi siya palagi yung stage kasi na hindi pa nakapagsalita si Matt,
mm,
yan din yung stage na napakahirap i-deal sa Matt.
mm,
Kasi, hitting, and ang point niya ng hitting is that yung kuya niya. Si kuya palagi yung, ano,
yung
yung,
buntungan.
yeah, lahat. So, si
Okay.
kuya palaging umiiyak, parang ganun. Tapos,
But
I have to deal with him, closed door. Tapos,
mm,
yung wala si Matt, dapat wala si Matt.
mm,
Tapos, I tried to practice my counseling on him. Yung, okay, pag galit ka, dito muna lang sa unan. Sige, express it. Ganon.
mm,
Express siya sa unan. And then, you're ready to talk? Okay, yun. Pag ready na siya magsalita, so he tried to explain everything. Nako, mami, galit ko, ganito, ganito. But palaging i-extend ko yung patience ko for Matt.
mm,
So we tried to explain on him na kasi si Matt, he needs us. He needs us to practice more of our patience.
mm,
He is he is a person who will remind us on how to deal with life, something like that.
Hmm.
So,
Pero
ganon.
ngayon, how are they doing ngayon? I mean, kasi 12 years old na siya. So, is there any changes with how he would perceive his brother and how he would interact with his younger brother?
May ano siya, may mga questions siya. For example, pag namatay kami, sinong magki-care kay Matt, parang gano'n.
Oh,
Ah, so would it be possible na simple lang yung kung saan kayo ilibing, yung alam ko kung saan ilibing, saan ko kayo ilibing, gano'n. Yeah,
young as
exactly.
that, huh? Young
Yeah, we
as
talk
that.
about actually, 2 years ago, naging part na yan ng mga conversation namin. He started to ask, saan ko kayo ipalibing? How about the groceries for Matt? And paano na lang? Ganon, ganon. So he was really, siguro naging ano na lang sa kanya yung concern for Matt. Although
Mm,
na sabi namin, wag mo problemahin lahat kasi sometimes he is a kind of na may parang ina-absorb niya din yung baka ano na nang mangyari, parang gano'n.
mm,
So
mm.
sabi ko, enjoy life lang.
Correct. Correct. But of
Mm-mm.
course, I'm very sure that there would also be a lot of times that they would play together.
Yeah, but
Mm.
hindi yung play na with the regular kid na
Uh,
siguro yung 5 minutes is okay. No, 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, iba na yung gusto ni Matt. He would be going to somewhere else. Bala ka
uh,
na dyan, kuya. Parang ganun. Goodbye,
okay.
kuya.
But they would be in one room or iba yung room ni Matt, iba yung room ng
Yeah,
kuya.
they are with me. Although na distance lang, malaki kasi yung room. Si
Uh,
kuya may sarili na. Pero in just one room. Ayaw pa nilang mag-ano eh. Mag-separate. They still want to sleep with my room.
uh,
Mm.
okay. Pero ngayon si kuya may sariling bed in your
May
room.
sariling bed sa room ko. Sa room namin ni
Ah,
daddy.
okay.
Si
Mm,
Matt may
that's
sariling bed sa room namin. Parang ganun.
so bale you have three different beds. Two
Yes.
beds for the boys. Ah, okay. Oh, at least that's nice, 'di ba? Sama-sama pa rin kayo.
Yung
Oh,
ano
'di
kasi
ba?
niya parang very observant siya sa what is kuya doing. Like, he is, you know what, yung positive sa may autism. Pag
Mm,
anong tinuro mo, yan talaga yung gagawin niya. Like for instance, he is a kind of a person na napaka-arrange yung lahat.
mm,
Yung before you sleep, na ready yung bed. And after, like when you wake up in the morning, what he do is, inaano niya, siya yung nagfo-fold, nag-arrange yun ng mga pillows. And then,
mm,
yung ayaw niya yung may sinampay dito, sinampay doon, ayaw niya ng ganun. Magmi-meltdown yan. So, as much as possible, empty. Parang empty ba? Yung parang wala siyang nakikita.
uh-huh,
Otherwise, i-arrange niya lahat ng mga, for example, sa bahay namin. I try to arrange my books in according to the topic, 'di ba? Parang ano sa library ba.
mm.
So what Matt is doing is that he tried to arrange according to the sizes. So instead, we cover everything na parang wala siyang ano. Kasi nadi-distract sila. Nagmi-meltdown pag hindi niya kaya.
Ah, okay. Okay, now curious ako. Now, since you're all staying in one room, okay, would there be a time na si Matt ang mauunang magising and siya ang
Yes,
gigising sa inyo?
siya palagi yung naunang gumising. Oh, yes, kahit umulan man or ano, kahit basta talagang pag 5:30 tapos ano niyan, siya na yung good morning, mommy, good morning. Tapos,
So
mag,
basically, there would be no day na walang good morning with a smile kasi siya
wala.
ang gigising sa inyo.
Yes. Tapos, dapat
Ah.
pag open ang eyes mo, talagang you have to smile. Mat, good morning. Kahit ayaw pang gumising, but you have to say good morning. Yes,
Na
anak, good
speaking
morning.
speaking of ayaw pang gumising, okay, was there a time na ginising ang kuya na ayaw gumising ni kuya?
Yes, kaya yung
For sure.
ginagawa ko na lang, ako na sabi ko, ako na lang gigising kay kuya. So, yung ginagawa niya is that siya yung nag-o-open ng mga curtain, nag-fix ng bed, and then sa kitchen, siya yung mag-arrange ng table, parang ganon.
While
And
you wake
then,
up the brother.
yeah,
Or while, so for sure you are trying to keep him busy outside the room while the brother is still sleeping.
yeah,
Parang ganon.
yes.
Oh my
Mm,
goodness. But that's fun. I mean, that's something that we learn, right? To, you know,
yeah,
don't just settle for one thing, but we learn as you go along, right? So
yes.
my next question would be, uh, what would you advise now to the parents who have kids na who have just been diagnosed as such? Ano yung mga
Okay.
advice mo?
Um, yung feeling na baka nagkamali si Doc, that is normal. So, pinagdaanan ko yan. Yung, you have to pursue for another developmental pedia, pinagdaanan din namin yan. Until such time na we have to embrace it. So, what I advise is that while there is a denial, still parang may ganun,
Mm.
kailangan harapin. So, face it and move on. No? Um, and kasi marami akong na-encounter na parents na instead na ano, marami kasing na-diagnose din ng mga bata, yung mga bata nila na-diagnose. And what they did, nag-separate. Yung iba naman, they become closer to each other.
Mhm.
So you have a choice. So yung invitation ko lang is try to talk to your partner often. Okay lang. Cathartic kasi to eh. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. If husband wanted to cry, it's okay to cry. If wife is willing to cry, it's okay to cry. Pinagdaanan namin na lahat kami umiiyak at tumatawa at the same time. Yung umiiyak na tumatawa na hindi mo naintindihan kasi
Mhm.
parang ganon. But what you can do is that search for help. Kasi pag minsan, the more na nagsisearch tayo ng help, asking for advice, to be involved in support group, you know, that can help us manage well. Kasi yung experience na kahit na marami ka ng inatinan na mga seminars, pero hindi mo pa rin ma-memorize. So, you try to regain new strength and motivation when you try to be involved with the community who have the same situations that you have as you have.
Now, having this second son na ganito, do you still have any plans of having the third one?
Sana nga that
Ah,
we
that's
do,
nice.
yeah, that we, and Mano Reelj, I'm actually 40. Magpo-41 na ako.
40 ka na, di pwede pa. Pwede pa isa.
Yeah,
40 ka na
we're
pala.
looking forward for that. Kasi,
Yeah, malay mo makababae ka na.
yes, kasi yung perspective ng lalaki at babae, iba-iba
Mm,
kasi. So,
mm.
at least, para mas masaya, kasi kawawa naman sila pag magsabi na, okay, mag-reunion tayo, tapos dalawa lang sila. So, parang ganun. Reunion. So, parang ganun. So, yun lang
Ganon.
kasi yun sa amin, Manong Reels, kasi, yung openness lang kasi sa family, yung parang tawa lang kami ng tawa, parang
Mm.
gano'n. So, gano'n
Yeah,
lang.
right, right.
'Pag galit-galit naman talaga, parang we're open, yung lahat na facial
Mm.
expression at saka ano,
That's ano naman, that's
open
normal.
naman.
Diba? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, before we continue with your friends, I'd like to greet some of our friends who are joining us this afternoon. Okay. I'd like to greet our dear friend si Jerry Tumaring down in Mindanao. Hi bro, kamusta ka po dyan? Okay, and then as I have promised as well to those beautiful ladies that I have met last Saturday. Okay,
Wow!
oo, marami ako mga bagong kaibigan no, na
Wow!
that I have met sa workcation na ngayon, no? Work tsaka vacation, ano? Sa nung last Saturday, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Okay? As promised, I won't mention your names kasi baka may makalimutan ako. 10 kasi sila na nakilala namin. Yeah. No, hello, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. And thank you for subscribing as well. No? And by the way, thank you very much sa ating 337
Wow,
subscribers
congratulations!
on our fifth month. Fifth month pa lang, Jo. Di ba? We started at
Wow!
March, April, May, June, July, August. 5 months, naka 337 po tayo. So thank you very much for subscribing. And don't forget po, sa mga hindi pa po nakasubscribe, ano po, sa mga friends mo, Jo, baka sakali, meron pa dyan.
Sure,
Okay,
sure. I will tell them.
please feel free to click that little link, watermark po sa lower right ng monitors ninyo. Okay, may dalawang heart dyan sa baba. Okay, don't forget to click that one to subscribe. And of course, if you like it, click the thumbs up, okay, the like button, and the notification bell so that you will be updated po sa ating mga future episodes, okay? At the same time, I'd like also to share some of our friends who are helping us. Okay, these are some of our friends who are also tuning to us and helping us promote the program. Of course, yung co-host po natin sa reunion. Kilala mo 'to, Jo, si Ma'am mo Lizette, si Ate mo Lizette, remember her?
Ah,
Si
yeah.
Ate mo Lizette, Katadman, 'no? So ngayon, Pascual na siya, 'no? So Lively Cat po, if you'd like to see and know how is she doing do'n sa Oman, okay? Lively Cat,
Mm-mm.
happy 10th anniversary sa inyong dalawa ni Engineer, Edwin. Nag-celebrate sila ng 10th year anniversary nila a few days ago. Okay? Those who are also fond of gamings. Ayan, no? Si John Taberio, KB62 Gaming naman po. And then if you are fond of mga relaxation music naman, Jo, no? Baka sakaling,
Wow.
baka Matt likes to listen to cool and relaxing music, no? Feel free po to come and visit Jho TV naman po. Okay? So these are our dear friends who are kind enough to also, support us and help us promote the program. Now, although we also have here cool and soothing music po sa vlog natin. These are original music po, no, by Ariane. Okay, mga original composition
Mm-hmm.
yan ng neighbor namin si Ariane. She is a first year, second year college student. No,
Wow.
ayan po yung composition niya ng mga music. Okay? So, with that, no, balik po tayo kay Jo. Okay? So, Jo, with this experience of yours, can you say that you are still blessed despite
Yes.
of, yeah,
Yeah,
in
it's a
what
big
way?
yes. It's a
Mm,
big yes. Kasi akala ko dati, parang nagre-road, parang ganon. Kasi
mm,
yung iba yung ano ko, pagtingin ko sa success. But you know what? That makes yung parang in terms of marriage, parang I felt blessed kasi With Matt, parang kasi si Matt parang siyang angel na pinadala ni Lord that for us to be reminded of
Mm.
how to live every day. So parang naging maganda yung ano pagsasama namin. Tinuturuan kami palagi sa aming parenting and
Mm.
even yung naging ano, naging conscious din kami sa diet. When we
Sa
started to have,
diet.
yes. Kasi dati we don't care, parang ganon. But we have a encounter yung isang therapist and we started also by searching or research yung husband ko. So, we tried to practice yung diet kasi nakikita namin, na-observe namin pag kumakain kami or bumibili kami ng pagkain sa labas, most of the time, the more yung tantrums and meltdown. Kasi yun, yung we find out na yung mga preservatives ganon, it leads the children to be more hyper or yung parang imbalance ba.
Yeah.
So we started to eat more vegetables, fruits, parang ganon. So, yun yung practice. At saka ako rin, parang naging marunong na rin ako sa pagluto ng mga, dati hindi
No
ako marunong
veggies.
luto, yung mga laswa, ganon. So, it's part
Oh.
of the meal every day, yung laswa.
Mm.
Ganon, yung mix na gulay. So, yeah, so we learned a lot and we learned to manage our health na dapat yung routine namin na ganito lang talaga yung limit namin sa gabi. Otherwise,
Mm.
kailangan sabay kami matulog, parang ganon. Or, and then sabay din kami
Mm.
mag-wake up sa umaga. So we are blessed talaga. Very blessed talaga. Matt is a blessing and pinadala siya talaga ni Lord. He is not just a member of the family, but he is an angel sent by the Lord to us to remind us of our duties and responsibilities every day.
That's a nice one. Sabi ni Nestle, thank you for sharing your experience, Manang Jo. It must have been a tough journey but a beautiful and meaningful process as well. Yan. Because
Thank you, Nes.
indeed it's a beautiful and a meaningful process. Last question. Sa inyo namang dalawa ni husbandry. Okay, now, for sure, kasi 2 months lang siya, di ba? 2 months and then balik dyan ng 1 month and everything. Now, was there a time na parang you you kind of heated so up na ang argument you was just so bad because of your son, because of Matt?
Yeah, I think na-encounter namin 'yan, yung sa kanya walang ano walang sigurong feeling na gano'n. Sa akin lang siguro I am anong tawag dito, yung pagod ka
Pagod,
to
stressed out
yeah,
lang.
yung pagod ka. Tapos gusto mo ikaw lang palagi yung pinapakinggan, parang gano'n. So then I just then realized na no, parang ano ko lang talaga pala. Actually, yung
Mm.
husband ko, he is doing well. Like, yung arrangement na dapat we have like regular conversation in the kids kasi lalaki yung mga boys they have their conversation iba yung conversations nila sometimes. Parang ako nga yung parang super
Out of
strict na
place.
mom sometimes na parang super strict pa yung pag si mami yan talaga magagalit yan parang ganun ba. So
Uh-huh.
yun binabalance talaga ni Mr. Tapos yung basta yan yung arrangement namin na kailangan uh, yung hindi not totally na yung consultation ng mga bata ako lang talaga or siya lang talaga kailangan dalawa kami nag-uusap we do have conversation something like that.
Oh, that's very nice. Very nice.
Pero
So
maganda
anyway,
naman yung buti na lang ako kasi yung ano niya he is on board for mas pinili niya kasi yan yung on board for 2 months lang and then
1 month
1 month
vacation.
vacation or more than a month, and then going back to his work again,
At
regular
least hindi masyado
basis.
matagal yung ano niya, yung absence sa kids. Like,
Yes, at maganda
that's
din kasi may ano, may Facebook, may
correct,
video
correct.
call. Yes.
Correct, correct. So anyway, before we totally thank Jo for her time, I would like to say thank you kay Tata. Naalala mo si Tata? Si Jofel?
Tata.
Si Jofel, yung intern natin before sa Chaplin's office.
Oh
Eh,
yeah,
doon
yeah.
kung naabutan mo si Tata, yung maliit na madada
Yes,
din.
yes.
Madada tuloy.
Yung ano, yes si Tata. Saan
Si
si
Tata.
Tata? Saan
Picture
si
po sa
Tata
kanya
mo?
to. This is the view near their house.
Wow.
Sa Sweet Sir. Yan.
Wow. Send
So she
our
gave
regards
me,
to
yeah,
Tata.
yeah. So she gave me a few pictures. Sabi niya, sige Manong, you can use that as your background. Ayan. So thank you very much po sa picture. Ayan. Oh.
Wow,
Ayan.
beautiful.
Diba? Sabi ko, dito ka nagsiswimming? Dito ka nagsiswimming? Sabi niya, hindi. Diyan ako sumisigaw. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So thank you very much for our backdrop today. Hindi po ito hindi po ito virtual background. Tarpaulin po ito talaga.
Maganda siya, maganda. Magandang
Yeah.
pagkukuha.
Tarpaulin siya. Anyway, Jo, thank you very much for joining us today and hope very soon makaulit po tayo. Okay?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. So
And thank you so much din Manong Reelj, and I hope that it gives ano awareness and also acceptance sa ibang parents na may anak na may autism or
yes,
special needs.
indeed. Yes. Indeed. So, my dear friends, for those who have not joined us sa show, sa program ngayong hapon, okay, feel free po to drop your comments on the comment section. We will be happy to address them. If you have any questions para po kay Jo, okay, feel free to also drop us a note. And then, kung may mga kilala po kayo dyan na may mga anak na may special needs, okay? So once again, this is their FB page, no? Because a few Sundays ago, one of our friends here was asked if this organization has a group or support group, no? So ito na po yung sagot, okay? So we have here the Autism Society Philippines Iloilo chapter sa Facebook nila, okay? So feel free po to get in touch with them, okay? Or you can also leave your message dito and we will pass it to them. Ano, Jo? Pwede, ano?
Sure,
Pwede ba
sure.
yun? Yan.
Oh,
Okay. No?
oh,
So, and also for those, Jo, baka may mga questions si Darling mo, no? On September 19 and 26, we'll be having Ambassador Garibay with us. No? So if you have any questions or any concerns that you would like to relay para po kay Ambassador as well, please feel free to write your comments sa comment section natin. For us, mga friends natin sa Facebook, who are watching us also in Facebook, wag po kayong mahiya. Just drop us a note din dyan sa Facebook or PM us sa Facebook. No? So, Jo, baka may mga concerns din sila Bidabs mo at saka group nila. No? We would gladly love to have them and hear from them as well. And i-forward po natin yan. Itatanong po
wow.
natin yan
Okay,
kay
sige.
Ambassador Garibay sa next month. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, di ba?
You
One
are
step at
blessed,
a time.
Manong. Thank
Yeah, we
you.
are indeed
Thank you
blessed
sa
because of
program
you.
mo. That helps a lot to many.
Yeah, kasi our program is aimed to inspire people. As well as we are also inspired by these stories, di ba? We grow together, we inspire together despite of what is going on around us, di ba? So anyway, again po, for those who have not yet subscribed, baka naman po, just one click away, yung nasa lower right corner po dyan, yung dalawang hearts dyan, no? Feel free to subscribe and share sa mga friends niyo po para that we could also inspire them and we could also reach as many people and also make them feel that life is not that bad after all. So once
Yes.
again, my dear friends, Joe, I will not say thank you, but temporarily maraming salamat.
Sure.
Okay, and hope to have
Sure.
you again very soon. Okay,
Yes,
so
Manong Reelj, thank you so much.
you're very much welcome. So my dear friends, as we would always say, no matter what happens, sa gitna ng kaguluhan sa paligid natin, despite of the ups and downs and the difficulties of life, no matter what happens, never give up. Because God can read each falling tear. He sees each heart that's needing care. He knows each path that is hard and difficult, but never ever give up because God is always near. From an unknown author, nilagyan lang po natin ng konting revision. Good afternoon po. Keep safe and God bless us all.
God bless everyone.